the years I have used many different planning methods, but I always find myself returning to the bullet journal. I like how simple it is and I really enjoy the flexibility. You can really make it into whatever you need and whatever you want. Another big reason for me to use the bullet journal is that it is not digital. I look at a computer screen for most of my work days, so I'm very grateful for every moment that I can spend not looking at a screen and just using something analog. Now let's talk about the notebook itself. All you really need is a notebook and a pen. You can use whatever notebook you want. Some people really enjoy having a very fancy notebook, something like a Moleskine or a Leuchtturm notebook, and a nice pen like a Waterman, but that is absolutely not necessary. I'm going to use this very cheap spiral-bound notebook. It costs only about $1. It's made from sustainably sourced paper, and it's just a very practical and very inexpensive solution. So just use whatever notebook you have or whatever notebook you enjoy using and whatever pen you like. And now let's get into it and I show you how I set up my bullet journal. On the first page I will create an index page. This will be really helpful later so we can find everything quickly. Next I will create the future log. This is basically a calendar. There you can note important events and appointments, which is really useful if you want to have an overview over the next few months. Next comes the monthly calendar. This is a day-by-day overview over the next month. I simply list all the dates on the left side of the page and then I add the weekdays next to it. In the original bullet journal there would be a monthly to-do list at this point. I don't do this because I prefer to do my to-do lists weekly, so we head on to the weekly section now. The weekly section begins with the weekly review. Here I journal about the last week. I write down what went well, what I can do better in the future, what I'm grateful for, and I write about lessons that I learned last week. The next page is the weekly to-do list. This is just a very simple to-do list where I list everything that I want to do over the next week. I keep a big master to-do list on Todoist where I keep everything that I want to do, and then I only put on the weekly to-do list what I actually plan on doing in the next week. I prefer to keep a digital master to-do list and then only put on the weekly to-do list what I actually want to do, but you could also keep a master to-do list in your bullet journal that you migrate every month or every week. The next page is the weekly schedule. There's a small section for every weekday and I use this page so I can plan what to-dos I'm going to do on what day, and I also use it to plan things like my workouts and meals. The only thing that is missing now is the daily to-do list. For this I simply write down the date of the day followed by the to-dos. All that is left to do now is to number the pages. So now I can reference them in the index. Okay, so this is my bullet journal setup. As you have seen, this is really very flexible and you can really make it your own. I, for example, added the weekly review that is not in the original bullet journal. And likewise, you can add any page you want. You can add pages, for example, for goal setting or for habit tracking or for books to read or book reviews, and you can really make it your own. I'm probably going to add some of those pages in the future, so if that is something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments below, so I can go a bit more in depth on those topics in a new video. And if you have any questions on my bullet journal setup, also ask me down in the comments below and I will answer every comment. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please like this video. I post new videos every Thursday, so don't forget to subscribe, and I see you if you want in my next video.